And like your homie say, oh man, young Anfe, he a gangster and this, that, and third, but man, that nigga got a problem, man. That nigga slow. Oh, y'all like, right? Part of being a man, homie, and one thing that I learned from the California Youth Authority, as well as in prison, part of being a man is being held accountable. I feel like there's a lack of accountability on young Anfe's part. Young Anfe, as of recently, has been moving in a manner of a person who's dealing with an abundance of feminine energy.
And so you use ministry money to buy your wardrobe outfit.
I'm calling everybody to the altar. Make sure you bring your pocketbooks. We got Young and Jefe, and Brother Ye, Brother Bobby Ye. Brother Bobby got a lot to say about Aunt Jefe. Said he need hooked on phonics, he being led by the white man, and all type of other nonsense. I guess Bobby was trying to get his point across, and it finally reached Aunt Jefe. He said, I got time today, Jailer Bert. Bobby up out of Watts, Imperial Courts. And he got a serious PSA. He up there with his tight-ass hat on, belt buckle on his hat, finna bust his brain. Got a migraine out this world. Bobby been thinking hard about this, and I ain't gonna lie, he got a few points, but he looking like a smooth hater, operator. Now this back and forth stemmed from Bobby saying and put out content that be starting problems in the city. Bobby turned that switch on and off. He go from PJ mode to preacher mode. I don't think he actually a preacher, but I know he a community activist. He just give off that vibe. He be using his hands unlighted. Start talking with them mannerisms, brother. Get into that mode. But he hit flashback in a second. Oh, Steve Bo, I was in the Y. I ain't hear about you. My name was Rian Bales. I was there. Slicing, cutting, everything. One of Bobby points was, and be putting out content that people gotta tap in and tell them is wrong sometimes. Every story is not gonna be 100% accurate, especially if it's fresh. Bobby know that though. He been on YouTube since 2013. But I'ma go ahead and get off the altar and let Brother Bobby bring us home.
Accountable. I feel like there's a lack of accountability on young Anfe's part. Young Jefe, as of recently, has been moving in a manner of a person who's dealing with an abundance of feminine energy. Some of the content that he reports on is content that's rooted in controversy. And as a person who's from the street, as a person who's from the street, whether you're a gangster, a neighborhood hub and dub, whatever, an individual that has been participating in the activities of the streets, right? It's certain things that we don't do as men. But young Aunt Jefe, his content is getting to the point to where the more messier, the more he wants it. The more that is rooted in controversy, conflict, and confusion, the more that he desire it. Almost in a fashion of Wendy Williams. It's no fact checking, right? I'm not gonna put these guys' name out there. And this is word is bond on Stevie Walla Bean. I was contacted by one of my loved ones and say, hey, cuz, the woo 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 power rules want to get in contact with young Aunt Jefe because some shit that he said on his platform was bullshit. They got a young Aunt Jefe. I ain't gonna say they checked him, but they corrected him. They readdressed a few things.
Bobby got into accountability, responsibility, liability, disability, every ability you got to say that little bit of nothing.
But the thing is, my nigga, why is you creating content that continuously have individuals feeling like they gotta call you, redirect you, check you, and correct you? On Stabo, it's very rare that I get a phone call to say, Bobby, yay, what you said was this, that, and third. One time. And at one time, y'all can go check out the video. I was under the impression that rest in peace, Devo, 11 Deuce Gray Street and Duck had started 11 Deuce Gray, but they didn't start it. So when I got corrected and redirected as a man who's able to take accountability for his actions, right? And the misleading information that I put out there, I re-edited the video and I corrected it. That's part of being a man. But when it comes to young Aunt Jefe, it's a lack of accountability. Yesterday, I had a conversation with one of his partners from his section. And he said, me and young Aunt Jefe is similar. He said, I'm a little sharper, a little wiser, a little more seasoned than young and Jefe. I just shook my head. I just shook my head. I agreed, right? And he said that he don't want to see me and young and Jefe into it. And he hoped that there's the opportunity to potentially get us together to resolve this. It's not serious enough for us to be using any type of mediation services. It ain't that. I'm not about to get my thin name and go looking for this brother. I'm not about to call him out his name. I'm not about to, go too hard on him or none of that. This is a brother holding another warrior accountable. My nigga, shape up and fly right. You get offended and you get mad and bent out of shape and you want to try to attack another brother because a motherfucker that it's a circus and a plantation over there at No Jumper. Oh, niggas is haters and niggas is mad. Whoop de whoop is young and healthy. Don't care about number what the check says. What I like, no, my nigga. We got a responsibility to one another. We got a responsibility to these kids that's ingesting this shit, going out in the community and handling situations in a fashion as these social media gangsters. But if we ain't on the same vibration and if we ain't on the same shit, then I can understand why niggas will start selling their soul and potentially other things just to get some money and some clout. I'm not selling a motherfucking thing. Sell a motherfucking some conversation. You want to buy some conversation? Man, I could say the conversation by £0.25.
It seems like everybody want to be a no jumper. And if they can't get in the dough, it sound like Bobby Yade and OG Gumby. Yeah, I don't be kicking shit off sometime, but this same thing gonna go on with or without him. Let's be real. Now, if that platform was owned by a black man, it would have been shut down, demonetized and everything. But Bobby for sure reaching, talking about Adam got his hand up his ass and all this other nonsense. Cause I'm sure if he called you today, your ass gonna be picking up the phone, skipping up there. Ain't nothing gonna change until Adam sell the company. There's gonna be a new nigga in a new seat every time. Somebody gonna say he's selling out for whatever reasons. When you pop it, they gonna find a reason to try to get at you. It ain't nothing serious though. It's all content at the end of the day. Bobby A just trying to solidify his place in these YouTube streets. Get him a Cadillac off the church's money and ride through Watts. His delivery and all these faulty ass hand movements is what's giving me preacher vibes. He ain't letting nobody walk out the door without paying. Where you going? ATM right there in the corner. Lock them doors. Bobby really remind me of one of them old raspy pastors. Joel Osteen, black dude though. Got all the money in the wall of the church. Like, come on, you up here talking all this nonsense about Aunt Jefe starting violence in the city. But you online inciting pandemonium way out there in P-Town with Northside Nuisance and Time Bomb. That don't make sense. You got Whack 100 on the conference Zoom call and you thinking you the preacher and the mediator. Contradiction at its finest. He up there with that old-ass pinky ring on from 2010, thinking he doing something. Look like he got his son chain on, but want a bigger one. Do my chain hang low? No. Stay away from Garbage Can Records CEO, man. I can see he got a cold move up his sleeve. Talking fast but talking slow at the same time. Think he's saying something because he's using his hands more than anything. Brah! What y'all think, man? Bobby'll pick that call up and go be a host in No Jumper tomorrow. It's political street views, no fake news.